nice and better. It's arts and multiculturalism. It combines all these things, being real, be late, and all this. But I'm Desren Tahiraja. I'm Burundian community. I'm hosting this discussion tonight, and we are privileged to have many special guests in the studio. I will give them the chance to introduce themselves and hopefully get to know them. Starting with the person at my right hand side. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Eric Kagorora. I also go by the artistic name of Irugamba. I am the founder and the CEO of Irugamba Initiatives and Consulting. I'm also the chairman of Imanzi, Rondon and Drumming. And I'm an artist. Glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Yes, we are hoping to do some performances as we go through the discussions, but I don't think with the performances we'll be able to deliver on that. Sorry, we promise, but not always we deliver on the promises. Apologies. But again, on my left hand side, introduce yourself, please.
Hello, my name is Melania. I'm a Ngāpuhi Wahine from Te Tai Tokerau in Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Hello, my name is Konsi Layet. I'm South Sudanese from the Acholi tribe. I am a center director and a childcare worker, and I also am a youth mentor, as well as coordinating the Acholi dance performance Enchanting Elephants.
Very good.
Right. Hello, this is Penny Ball, president of the Queensland African Communities Council. I'm also senior manager in charge of youth engagement and partnerships at KPAS. I'm a member of Multicultural Advisory Council with the Queensland government.
Very good. As you can hear, we have very special guests tonight, coming from very different corners of the world, but also they were able to make it for tonight. We had this scheduled last 2 weeks, which we postponed it to today. Hopefully you are more prepared to listen and learn a little bit more about the arts and multiculturalism. Quite a difficult word actually to pronounce, multiculturalism. Let me say it again, multiculturalism. That sounds better. All right. Now, what ways does the arts and the multiculturalism play into bringing people together, in promoting cultural diversity? That is a question that I want to discuss a little bit, but I want to direct this question. Who else, apart from our president, the Queensland African Community Council president, do you want to elaborate a little bit on how arts can promote cultural diversity? Welcome.
Thank you so much. I think what I would say, over the past couple of years, we've seen the success of multiculturalism in Australia through art. So we've seen cultural festivals, a lot of multicultural festival everywhere, and every time you hear people organizing a cultural festival, whether small or big organization, so everybody would come regardless of their cultural background. So you can see the uniqueness of the art in terms of bringing people together and sharing the culture and knowledge, skills and experiences. So I think it's actually at the center of building multiculturalism. So it's more about how do you grow that and empower the artists from all different cultural backgrounds to be at the same level, because there's need to be a bit of work to empower some talent in the local communities that people probably are not aware of. But in terms of the role of art itself in bringing people together, we've seen that in like different multicultural festivals.
Now, do you want to pick on that, on how many maybe multicultural festivals have you attended, and also what was the experience in how arts has brought the different cultures together?
I've attended a lot of African cultural events, or even other multicultural events, as well as as well as being one of the artists as well, performing. There's been different types of experiences, from obviously remembering back how it makes you feel, and
Yeah.
also supporting the great talents of different diversity, as well as going to like carnivals. Is it carnivals? Yeah, from people coming from Africa, as well as local artists, also supporting those people that are more professional.
Yeah. Maybe this question should be directed to Rugamba. Is how art and multiculturalism are contributing to the sense of belonging of different individuals in different backgrounds.
So myself, I think that, you know, as an artist, what the arts are doing for us is they're helping us define our identity in this new place that we're. Obviously, we've learned the language, we've sort of learned, I would say, the culture here.
Yeah.
But, you know, the performances, the songs, the music, everything that we do is like it's like our own flag of showing who we are, where we come from, what we do. And I think that is the quickest way we can sort of engage ourselves into the community that we are. So one, there is dialogue like what we're having here. But when the arts come into play, when, you know, somebody does a good painting, when somebody writes a good powerful song, I think that it becomes a medium for movement. So the arts sort of shape the reality that we sort of live in here as one, you know, refugees, as countrymen of the country. We get to know each other to the core when we start understanding each other's arts, because that is where our souls, I think that's where our souls lie, and our sort of right corrected histories. So it's all put in our, like I said, songs, dances, and these things sort of curate and define us. So if we are given an opportunity, like you said, to go to a carnival, and you see people coming from, you know, El Salvador, people coming from Cuba, and you see people coming from Africa, people coming from everywhere. You see their costume, so you know what they wear. You eat their food, you know what they eat. You hear the music, you know how they feel, and that is one way that helps us belong, I think.
Thank you very much. Yes, I've seen that people enjoy the arts. They also enjoy dancing, and then when they do that, they feel they are back home. That's when they feel like they're home, when they can hear their own music, they can see their own dances. That's when they can feel that it is actually home. You walk to a festival, and then you hear the music, you know, you feel that you belong to that place.
There's also something spiritual about it, and I think you could see some of the occasions or events that are being organized. Let's say when we had the official opening of the youth centers, and Consi and the team performed and challenged everyone there. The moment you hear the music and dance, so the whole crowd would actually come, and you can see the videos where everyone's dancing, and they've never been trained before, but they just feel so excited, and it just gives them that energy, and everyone's so happy and just running there, and you see everyone sweating, you know, it's very happy and really joyful, and you can see how art actually kind of cross the borders and bring everyone together. You don't need to be trained, so you just have someone facilitating it, you know, and leading everything, and you have the energy from nowhere, and see everyone jumping in, including people who probably were feeling unwell, but the moment you hear the music and everything, so people just jump in, and you become a different person after.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
true.
Yeah. I mean, another example. Yesterday, I went to a church, and then our counselor. Sorry, I'm gonna mention the name. We are friends. Come on, you can't blame me for that. Counselor John Reven attended the church, and then I was worried that the music was too loud for Westerns. With African, when we do music, we mean it. Like it's a serious business. It's too loud. We mean it. So I was almost going to apologize. Sorry, because it's too loud. But he said that's what I like. And to our surprises, I think he was the best dancer in the room. Actually, I think I didn't have the right shoes for dancing. That's why he beat me. But no matter what. But coming back to you, when we say arts, it combines a lot of things. Try to help us to elaborate on this. What is arts? What is included in arts? Question directed to you.
To me? Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you're asking about the arts, I guess the main ones that I think of, specifically, especially for my culture, I'm Ngāpuhi, so Māori from up north, and a lot of the things I've seen here, where they try to incorporate our culture, is through dance.
Yep.
A lot of times when people think about dance, they just go instantly to the haka. But we have a lot more. It's called kanikani dance. A lot more dance. A lot of singing. They're the most beautiful singers, people back home. And it's just like you say, like as soon as you hear it, yeah, it takes you back there. And I think it's really good too, because when you come to Australia, it's so broad and it's a massive place, and it's easy to get sucked into it and kind of lose track of who you are and where you came from. And when you lose that sense of identity, you're just directionless. So I think getting into arts really connected me back home. It was only when I first came here, I lost direction, and then I got put into a kapa haka group, which is the Māori culture group, and then it was then when I really realized, took me centered back home, and
exactly,
it just kind of grounds you, and then you just know where to go forward from there. So
yeah.
I think also to add to that, when I think about art, you think about creativity, you think about innovation, whether in terms of writing, like talking about writers, talking about poetry, or all of that, dancing. So there's a lot of creativity involved, and thinking, and the artists are some of the smartest people. So it's involved a lot of critical thinking and imagination in many ways, but at the center of all of that is creativity.
Yeah, true. Now, it's probably none of you guys, but in where I grown up, we used to have this stereotyping that the artists are the people who lack something to do, who have nothing to do, who are not educated, who look, they are dancing like little kids, but only to find out what you've just stressed. They actually there is too much of intelligence used into arts, and it goes more than dancing. They're right.
I think just to emphasize on what you say about that. I think one thing people might confuse art and artists or artistry is the process within. Now, sometimes you listen to a song that changes the masses. But the artist needs to have been broken, right? The artist needs to have endured some sort of life. The artist needs to have gone through a process. Now that process, how it is seen when you're looking at it before the artist becomes what they become, to you it looks like, or to other people it looks like idleness. But I think that is where now soul and magic comes in. To be able to interpret something that is within to other people for them to understand. But also, when you look at like the things that have been created, coming from architecture. Architecture is an art. Anything that, be it to be a doctor, you have to be a good artist. To operate on a heart, to understand the brain, you have to be a good artist. Actually, they say the smartest people in the world.
You're gonna convince us tonight.
They say the most smartest people in the world are drummers. Because of whatever it comes with, but it's also a sense of mind. I think that because, like, we're talking about now, multiculturalism and art, and how these two things sort of marry into each other. So there is that boredomness and that loneliness and the trauma and everything that is out there. And then art is the remedy. I don't know if that is the... So that
repeat that. That's a keyword. So we have a problem, but also you found a remedy. Okay.
So all these other things, like art is a remedy to all of it, because as you said, you can look at it as a person who, let's think about the highest politician, for example, and then think about the lowest person on the ground. The one thing they have in common, they'll stop for a beautiful picture or beautiful song.
Okay.
right?
True.
It takes you home.
Yeah.
So I think that people who see artists as people who have a lack of activity or things to do are people who do not understand that maybe God himself might be an artist.
Yeah.
Well, he created us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That creativity.
Yeah.
Who has created first?
So that's I think that's I should say it now.
Yeah.
So think about we are a creation,
Yeah.
and art is something that brings out creativity out of us. So when you're an artist, you're a creator.
Yeah.
So before the creator creates something and you see what it is, before the table is made, it just looks like just dead wood, you know? But after it's the table, I think that's when it's called art. So before it is an art, it is like a child who is growing.
Yeah.
You know, if you saw Benny in a camp, you would have never known he would be president here, right? But now, he will say the same story. I was in a camp and I was bare feet, and you'll not believe it.
yeah,
Right?
he's wearing like leather.
Yeah. So it's the same as the story of the artist who gives you a beautiful song.
Yeah.
The beautiful song comes from a place of that process is what brings healing to nations, bring healing to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you look at some of even our traditional artists
Yeah.
back home who never been to school,
Yeah.
can't write or read, and they can create a song, very long one, okay? And they actually come up with that and memorize everything.
I know.
And they can't write it down even.
I know.
Yeah.
Not really repeat it. So you can imagine how is that composed
I know.
in the brain, and then they can sing it.
They can sing for years.
Beautiful song. You know,
Yeah.
that's not written down. You can see the mastery
Yes.
in those people, and that's what comes with art.
What a best example you just reminded me.
Same with
yeah.
art. Same with painting.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of young people or even blind ones that can paint the most beautiful painting, and you wouldn't even know that they're blind or don't have certain sensory that we call normal. So.
No, you've just reminded me. Surprisingly, I've sung in a choir. You wouldn't think, you wouldn't believe it. I have sung in a choir. But the choir master who taught us how to sing, this lady didn't know how to write, didn't know how to read, but she tries to ask me to memorize a piece of song. I can't, and I've done high school. She remembers everything. It's amazing what is behind the art there. Yeah. Now I'm going to ask this question. Where should I direct to my sister here? The challenges that we do face when we do the arts, specifically in this country, what are some of the challenges that we face as people who do art?
Personally, speaking specifically for our community, I feel that art is not respected as much as it should be. I know an artist who does the most beautiful painting, but when she does art shows, you don't see us attending. Or I asked her one day, I was like, "Oh, are you going to sell that? I want to buy it." And she's like, "No, I'm going to keep it until it is respected in our community."
What?
Yeah, so she doesn't so. And also with the support that we have, we are amazing performers, such as cultural performances. When we want to perform for our community or other people, it's just we're not. Yeah, let's say you hold an event of a $5,000 event, but then you offer somebody to come and perform for you for $250, and but they've lived their whole life creating, making all these songs or dancing, practice and everything, and you're offering them $250 when everyone that is actually coming to that event are coming for the entertainment.
20 people in that group.
Yeah, literally, and you're giving them $250. What do we do with that? So
now when you talk, make sure you face that side.
So I just feel like art is not respected as much as it should be. Whether it is dancing, singing, painting, especially in our community, is not. So those are the challenges. And also when I go to an event and I say my price and I say, hey, this is how much we're going to perform for, and they start to negotiate, you feel so disrespected and undervalued. And then you also know that when people go to an event, they're not going there to watch you talk for 2 hours. They're going there to wait for the performance. They're like, who's entertaining us? Who's performing? So we need to be respected more.
Right. Well, number one complaint in our community after any event is that too much speech.
Exactly. So then pay us to
That's our
entertain.
community. I don't know about your community. That's
No,
not.
when I talk about community, I talk about the African community. Everyone.
So, but I've never had a complaint too much dancing.
Too much dance. We danced. Okay, we had a performance this Saturday that went. We danced for 23 minutes. Nobody even realized it went for that long.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, the challenge is
You probably want to add on that. You are in the industry. What are the challenges that you want? If she didn't mention anything you want to add on?
So, respecting what we do and understanding what it is.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people, like as Africans especially, who have grown like in the diaspora, they go to see like an African group perform, and you just see entertainment, and that's it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
While you could see heritage, you could see legacy, you can see identity, you can see costume, you can see color, you can see everything that is. Because when you just see the entertainment part, that is where now you devalue that into a performance that maybe other groups, and you know, it is up to us to value our own art, obviously. But you know, when my biggest problem, like maybe with performing with like communities like, you know, of color, is that we do not understand the value of our own art.
Okay.
So if you were to you know, charge a corporate group, you know, $3,000 to perform, they will pay it no questions, because they know 5 minutes of you singing is gonna get their whole corporate working for 1 year, because that is the energy now we are transferring. See? Yeah. And when you understand what this is for, and this is how you move the masses, so they're like our communities, for example, in Africa with the camps, we've all been to camps. In camps, there is one thing, there is hunger. There's no sadness. In the afternoon, everybody's dancing.
literally by the fire.
Everybody's dancing. There is stories. I tell a lot of stories. So when I came from my country had war in 94. I was in Congo in 95. In 95, I remember the fires, the stories around the fire. But in Congo, I don't remember living in a house like this. I was under a hut, you know, like the UNHCR tents. That's where we heard stories. That's where I really, really learned how to dance. That's where like everything made tangible sense. So I think that, you know, the problem here is that I think funding is there in the government. One thing I think is that we within ourselves have not regrouped so that we can sort of recollect ourselves and make this thing important to us. I don't know if that makes sense. So there is too many of us, everybody doing their own thing over there. One, we do not understand like, what is this for? So there is a group that sees it as entertainment. That is the group that has nothing to do with it. Okay? And then to the other people, which is us, the owners of this art, or and when I say the owners, I mean, you know, like I'm an African person. Everything I do should be embodied by every other African person. Not just a Rwandan person or just another person, because we are sharing stories, we are sharing all these things. So for a person who does not have connection to Africa, they can look at it, one, as entertainment or a doorway into understanding what we are. So that is the problem we have: value and understanding
and teaching.
So
we can teach people, and you know, there's a lot of that. But
and that takes me, and sorry if I cut you short, sorry, because it brings me to the next question, really. How do we use arts into educating our society, maybe even bringing these sensitive matters, by bringing to the hard issues that we need to educate our communities, but we do it through arts. How does art help in that area? Where do I start? Direct my question to
What was
to
it
the
like? How does
President
art
Benny
help?
Yeah, you can
okay.
contribute.
Oh no, I'm
but
just trying to understand the question. He can go.
Just try to understand. Did you understand the question?
How is art helping?
Yes. How does art helping into providing this education to our communities?
I think that's a good question, and I'll probably try to answer it in this way. It's not just about educating the community. So it's actually transforming the community, and first of all, trying to understand where we live and the role of art. So we live in a very complex, different environment, different country with so many different challenges that we face. And some of those challenges, including mental health, for example, an identity crisis, especially that many young people are going through, can be addressed through art. So, and those young people who know themselves, appreciate and embrace who they are, would never get in trouble. That's the reality. So knowing the language, the dance and everything and the stories and why their parent actually came here. So what happened, what the story behind. So the art can create a platform where some of those stories could actually be told, and where people would feel proud of themselves and the healing. Because if you look at the art, there's a lot of healings that come with it, and we're going through a lot of trauma, and we're still having a lot of problems every day. I would say probably 99% of our community members that come here on humanitarian basis don't sleep. They don't sleep because they're not settled here mentally, psychologically. We are a collectivist culture, collectivist people that work together, do things together. And if you happen to be here and most of your friends and cousins and uncles and aunties are still going through hardships around different camps, refugee camps and back home, so you can't live here. So, and most people from mainstream communities just see someone here on the page, but they don't know what is behind. Even our own children that would see us on the phone all the time, talking to people in Africa, they don't understand why do we have those obligations and what's going on. People in the school, like the teachers, so they don't understand why most of the parents are always stressed and coming here, and like there's so much that art can address that in terms of healing and finding that sense of belonging and everything, and the value that it would add. For example, some years ago, about 10 years ago, when I was in charge of our local youth group, so we put together a traditional kind of dance where I used to compose songs myself, traditional songs, and teach young people in different parks, and then like dancing and all of that. And within a couple of months, it became a national project, and we had all the youth in Perth, in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, here in Brisbane, and we would travel to different cities to perform, and there were like traditional songs in the language, and you will see people were so excited to see that, and most of the youth that I trained, some of them never actually spoke the language, but I was teaching them, and they were actually singing and performing everything in the language. That even made people so excited. And how that kept them away from the problems. So what happened, we were able to even generate some revenues because people were so happy to donate some money and all of that, collected that money, and then the whole group made a decision that we need to supply power to one of the hospitals in South Sudan, a woman maternity ward that had no power. So we sent the money and we supplied the solar system in big hospital. And you could see like the surgeons and like the doctors actually took the photos while they were performing operation, sent them to me because they were so emotional that look at what you guys have done. So we should not share these graphic images, but because of the life-saving work you've done, that's why we want to share you some of these images, you know? We did that. I was interviewed on the radio over the phone, so people could actually hear the voice of people behind this project. And that's art. So it was just like teaching young people the language and dance and everything, and you can see what has happened. Like it kept young people away from trouble.
Yeah.
It creates sense of identity. It actually healed the parent that could not see something valuable in their children, and a lot of things were addressed through that.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Many composed songs.
Wow.
You can even see
Who would know?
I've seen a picture of him.
Who would guess?
Oh, you're dancing, hey, yeah.
I
You
never
can.
thought he would
Well, even when you're dancing, when your group is dancing, I saw him. He couldn't stay
Yeah,
as
he
a dancer.
couldn't, yeah.
He became a performer straight.
Straight away.
yeah.
Every time, him and my mom battling each other.
Yeah.
The moment I would see people doing that, it's so emotionally touching, and it just connects with me straight away. I used to compose songs a lot.
Teaching.
For young people.
And I think that there's one.
And we are never too old for that, so please don't stop.
Never too old. That is a very, very, very good comment, because that's a big challenge in our community.
Yeah.
When you ask parents to teach, oh, I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
So
too old.
you know what he said. America became what it is today because of hip hop,
Yeah.
because of jazz, because of blues.
Yeah.
You know, not so much country, because of the stuff that had a lot of culture behind it.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, again, going back to what Mr. Benny just said,
Yeah.
99% of, so all our parents, so my dad, your dad, all of them that came here that experienced war, ourselves included, we are the first generation who saw it. We have sort of got away from it, but we have trauma. Now the thing about trauma and healing, I think when, story comes in.
Yeah.
So I think, in our country is kwangu mugayo, right? It's what it's called. It's like bringing back the pride of, either our fathers or our mothers, or instilling the name again. And I think that shall we find a way to economize our art? Because again, Australia gives us a very beautiful opportunity.
Yeah.
There is a lot of us here
Yeah.
with so many things that are alike culturally.
Yeah.
So again, like coming from New Zealand here,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that are so common to us that when we start singing maybe with the Maoris,
Yeah.
we will understand what it means.
True.
Right? Like last time when I was here, I was telling you, like, when you go to the Maoris and you say Imana, for example,
Yeah.
they get it. Right?
Yeah.
For what it means,
Yeah.
it might mean something completely, slightly different,
Yeah.
but it means the same thing. Family, connection, coming together.
Yeah.
So when you say, I'm from this place, this is... So all those things that connect us are similar. So
Yeah.
if we can economize, number one, like cultural musics and performances for heritage and legacy,
Yeah.
because our language is already dying. And the quickest way to teach language for those who understand language
True.
is music.
Yeah.
We need to document our elders, because, Mr. President, as you have realized, like our community, we are losing so many people, like they're dropping every day.
Yeah.
So we can use art to, like we are having this conversation here, like I think we need to get to places where we can get our elders and sit them down and ask them their stories, and we can find a way to, if it's to document these things, if it's to have archives for ourselves, because I think maybe even our community needs this, so that when we go back, we don't just have to watch a show like this, but you can go back and see, like last time you had your father here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what if now we are asking the story they wanted told?
Yeah.
Yeah. How should we tell our story? Why were we brought here? There's the one thing that we understand, and then there is that understanding of theirs. And I think art is the best medium to sort of bring it out, so if we can write it, if we can put it in songs and present it in some sort, I think that would also help us greatly. Yeah.
I agree, and I think
Yeah.
the other thing we probably don't think about is the resilience, courage, and bravery that come with the art, and that the reason, even like traditionally, you find people going to war, for instance, or conflict, they sing the war song and all of that. you know? And there's a reason behind that why people are going to war, they will sing, knowing that they're going to die. So you become so resilient and courageous and brave to confront the challenges and everything. And all the challenges we face here could be overcome by the arts. What do you think, man?
Oh,
Yes, we want to hear from you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But after to hear from you, we need a song from you, a
Oh,
cappella from you.
okay.
But I will, to make you more comfortable, because people are listening and getting information. Sorry.
Somebody's speaking about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
They better stop. We bring on spot Sonia, who is behind the cameras, who meant to do live performance tonight, but because we're not gonna do that, we will invite her to join with us. And when she sits there, she's gonna make you comfortable to bring us that song. But
see.
we're going to add something on this topic we're discussing. Welcome.
Oh, yes. So what
Yeah.
we're just discussing, I really support what was both said. I really love that, especially about documenting the stories of our elders as well, and especially with your saying about how the arts can heal and bring knowledge and educating the community as well. I think that's really important because a lot of knowledge and language was lost in the process of colonization, and I think one of the great ways to bring that back, especially to our young people, is through the arts as well.
Yeah.
Because every song we sing, dance we do, it's a piece of art we make, it tells a story.
Yeah.
And those stories are really important in teaching us who we are, because we are who our ancestors were.
Yeah.
And the things they went through can help us navigate the world we're in today.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a really important message. And so that's why I really love it.
To conclude on that, do you think we are doing okay, we're doing good in terms of bringing Benny made it better, not just education, transformation to our people using us? Do you think we're doing good, or is there something we can do better? What do you
Oh, well, I'm probably not the best to answer because I don't have a lot of experience. But from what I've
can you help?
yeah.
I feel that, like, when it comes to art, like especially dance and music, it's really, it does transform. Like, I'll give my mother for an example. My mother would, I hope her work is not listening. she would literally call in sick at work, and she won't be able to walk. But as soon as I say we have dance practice, I swear she has no pain. Like, it just heals in that moment, and she'll dance for hours, and then as soon as it's time to go home, she starts limping. So, I feel like art and music is just it does something to the body. It does transform the body, the mind, and the spirit.
We're not doing well. We're not doing well because we haven't generated the resources that are needed to empower our artists. And I think as a community, there need to be some conversation around how best to do that in terms of generating revenues and resources, and to value the work of art and become more creative as well, because it doesn't even need so much contribution from individuals. It's more about innovative thinking, what need to be done that can actually generate revenues from within the community itself. And there are so many different ways we could do that to empower our artists, so they actually focus on that, because we also live life. Can't expect that to just happen, and people don't have the resources to have that running. I think as a community, working within ourselves, coming up with some initiatives to generate revenues to support our artists, and then at the same time create platforms for them to expose them to opportunities outside. Their lack of exposure, where we have a talent just sitting in our local communities and it's not being actually promoted and people are not aware. It's like sports, where we have exceptionally talented young people in our community that people don't know, and because they just lack the exposure, nobody knows about them. Not that we don't have the skills and talent.
I take the opportunity to introduce Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
Introduce yourself and Tell us a little bit of your album too, as well.
Okay.
It's the right topic.
Yes. Well, hi everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Sonia Praise. I have just released my album on the 20th of October, and just released a music video as well about 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I think that's all I can say. It's been very good so far, and I can't wait to see what I can do next, I guess. That's all I can say.
Comment about the topic?
No. No comment.
All right. Yes.
Melania is actually she's been recording today, so she's
fresh, memory fresh.
Yeah. So I think before maybe she goes into her thing. I think while we're still on that subject, so what Mr. President here was saying is opportunity, but also the community needs to respond. So like our own community or our own people need to show up to our own events. There are events that are already being done, like QSCC has like events that it does in the year. There's like 3 that are steady. We've got the awards, we've got the Africa Day, and then we've got the AFCONs and all these soccer things that are happening. So
which is next week.
I think that what is very important for the resources to come, you need people you need the demand, and people need to like actually show up, so that support. So we need to start understanding like the importance of these things, which goes back to us, right? So the leaders of the communities, sometimes it is up to you guys to actually let the community know what they need. So like a doctor tells somebody you need Panadol, when you tell somebody that, hey, if you listen to a song or if you go and maybe have a draw or this, it might help you. So we need to encourage this more, because I've realized the other communities are doing this on a large scale.
Okay.
All right. So when you look at like the Asian community, like they are so invested that every year there's Asian groups that are coming from Asia to here to perform, that will have like 200-300 person piece. They'll be at QPAC. They'll travel all around, showing their Shaolin, showing their Kung Fu, showing their history. I've learned about the Ming and the Xin Dynasty on stage, right? So we have warriors, we have herdsmen, we have hunters, we have all these things. But what it means, we need to tell these stories, but our people need to understand what they are for them. So we need to show up when you hear somebody from the communities doing something, when people are releasing their albums, it takes so much. But also it is very, how can I say, it puts you down when you have spent so much energy, so much time and money as well, because it's not free. It's not free. And then it comes out, and I think the people who are really invested in it, they don't do it because we want to feel good about singing. We do this because we want to share something, but you cannot share something to people who don't want it.
So I understand it's a two-way game. We have our role to play as community leaders, I understand, and hopefully you are not attacking us here, but please trust me, I think the great percentage of the job is still to you, the
in the topic of showing up as well, is specifically speaking of our young boys that play soccer and play sport. Like, imagine if every single one of their parents came.
True.
They will not even, like the young people that also come and make trouble, they wouldn't do that. Because there's parents there, and there's the ones on the fields, like my mom is there, my dad is there supporting me and all that, and that's what we need
and
to
everything
do.
gets valued.
I've recently given a word, strong word in our community to come to support our people on AFCON, so hopefully that helps, but not when we think arts, when we think sports,
it's the fans can do magic. I know when I take my son to play, whenever I don't go, he never score.
See? Because you're not there.
When I go there, like you can see he's going 101%.
Having our parents there is so motivating. So motivating. Like, for an example, like, I could be in the biggest pain, let's say when I was giving birth. But having my mom there, I was like, yep, I've got this. But I was dying. You know, having them there, you literally go hard, and you also don't want to make trouble because my mom is there or my dad is there. And it was so good.
I think we also need to acknowledge the role of the past in the present time. And in our community, we're still dealing with the baggage of many centuries of bitterness and everything. And this is a thing that we don't acknowledge in the communities, where you find there's so much issues there that still divide the people. So there still need to be a lot of work in terms of creating an environment where we should be proud of each other and love each other and understand our common interest and shared interest, regardless of the differences that we have, like the trauma of the past and bitterness that had happened still like play out. Which is why, in most cases, it's difficult to get the support from a significant number of the community. There's a lot of different factors that need to be put into consideration, you know, and you see that with the structures of our community, when you find someone trying to do something, and then usually the best way, like other opponents try to bring that person down, it's been through the person closer to them, to neutralize that person. And this is the thing, that until such a time as a community individual, we come to the acknowledgement of those facts, and we deal with them in a way that we still like really love each other and support each other regardless of how we feel about each other. That's how you bring people, because respect is something that you earn from the people. You can't really post it. So it's how we treat each other that encourage everyone to mobilize and come and support ourselves. So there's so many different factors that we really need to work on and try to improve here.
And concluding to that is, I've seen also when there are some, I'm not going back to defining what you've just said, those issues, but I've seen the platform to even make a better decision, or even to unify the community, being through arts. I've seen that being the best platform, where people come together, they laugh, they dance, and before you know it, the bitterness is gone. It's gone. It's a remedy, as you said it. So I feel like we should have some.
You should dance.
You want to dance?
Oh.
Like, he moved his arm like this.
I feel like, but remember, I'm not a performer. We have.
Yeah, you are. You're African.
Oh, yeah, I'm the best, but I'm. We keep the best to the last. Yeah.
Oh.
Want to some singing?
Oh, he really wants you to sing, Milan.
Oh, I mean, some singing. You too.
Huh?
Yeah. And
Oh no, I don't sing. Don't look at me.
yeah, you dance. Yeah, you dance. Get the cameras right there.
No, he dances.
Mr. Ben is a composer over there.
Yeah, compose the song for
He
us.
can give us one of his.
See, he's already started moving.
You guys have been like set to go now.
I will need to hear someone. Yes, I want to get you out of the comfort zone. Get us a cappella of some of your songs. One or two. Actually, recently there was a song of these two people, which we like. They did it on award night, and African award night.
Who? Oh yeah, them two.
Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Yes. And I was listening to it recently driving. I went like,
They composed a song too. They have a song together already. It's beautiful. It's called "I'm in Love."
Yeah.
getting a cappella is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
No, so I think that I think that it's only fair that you give those people with beautiful voices. I think Melania is perfect for a cappella.
Ah, okay, and you're not okay.
Yeah. No, I'll go after her.
Yeah.
I can go after her. her, and then Sonia, and then Benny.
Yeah, it's
And then myself.
It's a rare skill to accept that someone else does it better than you, so it's good.
It's a rare skill.
Yeah, women, they can't sing in bass, so it's okay.
She's also Samoan. Oh no, sorry, Maori.
Maori.
Yeah, she's Maori, and they're very good with like that stuff.
Yes, we have maybe 1 or 2 questions to after that, but I felt like I put this little break to
get Melania to go. Melania, give us a capella. You want
Any song?
Yeah.
Anything.
Any song?
Any
I
song.
guess I better sing a Maori song then. If
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
sing.
Sing a Maori song.
Yeah, okay, so that'd be everyone clapping then?
how?
Kuriane e te hau Horoia, horoia e te hua Whiti, whitia he te rā Mahe ake ngā Parariraru Makere ana Makere ana Makere ana Nahere
That was beautiful. I wanted to keep going. Yeah.
Great
Thank
claps.
you. So how many voices do you have? The same voice you have?
There's a lot of voices. Now you got this.
Not only that, the person who was answering who was part of the discussion is not the same person who sang. Because suddenly the voice.
Oh yeah, it was like.
Yeah.
So who goes next?
So I'll introduce Melania is our upcoming artist.
Yep.
Next month she'll be releasing 2 songs. She just recorded 2 songs today.
Two.
2.
Jesus.
2 songs.
One day.
Today. Yeah. Yeah. And then Sonia is the next superstar gospel artist of Australia. So ladies and gentlemen, Sonia is going to give you a little a cappella of one of her songs. Sonia, the floor is yours. I can be an MC. That's my thing.
Yes. And also, does MC fit into art?
Creative ceremony.
What will happen
Yes.
after Sonia? I'm going to introduce the two because that's my role today. I'm the president.
Yes.
Just from now, after she finishes, leave the rest to me. So I'll do the introduction.
Good.
Which two?
It's alright. It's between me and the rest. Just listen. All right.
Okay, so the song I'm about to sing is a song that's already part of the album. It's called In Love. So I'll just sing, I think, the chorus, and that's it. You are the God, you never change. In you I find my peace, my joy. You are the God, the only one. Your name is above every other name. You are my Lord, I worship you. There's nothing that can separate me from your love. Oh, yes, I am in love with you. The truth is, God, I am in love with you. Yes, I am in love with you. My heart is in love with you. Even my thoughts are in love with you. Oh, I with you. Yes, I am in love with you. That's it.
Oh my god. Wow. I'm in love with you.
And you guys want me to go to
My friend, you didn't choose the best sport. Next time, go before them. Because how do you go after this?
Now,
in English, it's called
hear
disclaimer.
from an internationally known artist, Iro Gamba, because he's someone who has a combination of too many things. He's a motivational speaker, he's a leader, he's an artist, a drummer, a dancer, a mentor,
Oh my
a
gosh.
multilingual.
Multilingual, yes, he is.
So now he's just changed the world. And a month ago, we had a visit by ABC Radio.
Yeah.
And the moment the presenter listened to his song in the studio, then a few hours later on, we were listening to his voice on the ABC radio. Iro Gamba.
Wow.
Okay, so if anybody can see my sweating, it's Benny. Like, yo. It's like I was thinking of something to sing. Now I don't know.
It's okay, I understand.
Now you can't let us down. That was a big introduction.
All right. So
The expectations are high.
Very high.
wow. There's no auto tune. Eh?
Do you want me to play?
So
I love this.
The song that I will sing is one of my songs that is there, put away. It's coming soon.
Yep.
Yeah. It's in English and Swahili. So yeah. And it's a little Afro / jazzy sort of thing that I've been working on. Yeah. So again, it's a cappella, and this guy didn't prepare us. So everything that doesn't go well, call this guy.
Yeah. As community leaders, we accepted blames with no conditions.
Take full responsibility.
Responsibility. That's what we are good at.
It's genuine. That's all.
He goes
that
like,
matters.
namshukuralie juu kukuleta wao bani maibuye
Hey.
na hilo jicho tu kintazama napata unafuye
Yeah.
namshukuralie juu kukuleta wao bani maibuye na hilo jicho tu kintazama napata unafu asa oh mama navyolipa ukopesha ukienda juu ukienda chini nipeleka res mama oh yeah Da. You're my beautiful melody wacha nikuimbie nikuimbie I'm sweating. Hicho kisura na badi songea nikukumbatie nikukumbatie.
The guy was feeling it. He's like,
So it's kind of English version. It goes, it's the way that you move, shake body. Oh no, got me feeling brand new, shake body. It's the way that you move, girl. Got me.
why are you looking at him? Did he sing it with you?
I'm getting more nervous because like he's looking at me like he wants to steal my song.
Have you listened to this song? It's too good. It's too good.
So
And you can
that's
pick up the few things because he's also a historian.
hey.
You don't want to continue.
Huh? Oh, it's the way that you move, shake body. That one? Yeah.
Okay.
And then we were expecting like Mr. Benny to be
Yeah. I thought he was gonna get up and
yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Next introduction.
No, there's no other introduction.
There is. Why you worried?
Pull out your mobile phone, put the YouTube and put your music. and then we're
You
going
see
to
my
get
lip
up.
trembling.
And join you now.
Yeah, put your song.
What's
Konsi Layet
He said,
is a youth mentor,
yes.
educator, a youth leader. She's taken an initiative to teach our young people from 3 participants to hundreds and hundreds of participants every weekend, teaching them our traditional dance and music and language. She's taught so many people, and if you could watch her videos, you'll see that everybody's dancing from all different cultural backgrounds. So her landmark kind of initiative, and her mom,
Thank you.
we gave them the award. Her mom is a highly respected mother in our African community.
Yeah.
She's known everywhere, very positive. The moment you meet with her, she's smiling all the time. And she's a role model, and you could see that concept is coming from her.
Yeah.
So now we're going to hear what she's got for all of us.
See how my sweat is.
What do you expect after that long introduction from the president of the African communities? What do you expect? Anyway,
So
I'm trying to help you. Now
So I'll add on to that. I coordinate the dance, but the teacher is really my mother. So yeah, she's not here, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just do like she's not here.
That is the same thing as Melania saying, I sing but I don't make the beats.
But yeah,
It's okay. We are waiting. It's okay. So
How is the beat? You know, Melania showed us the beat. How is your beat?
go YouTube.
No, we can make clap. And we
why did you know? Okay, like we spoke about African music being like overtaking the powers of the house and everything, right?
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the technical difficulties, the music won't be able to overpower. So then I won't be able to resonate with it properly. So maybe we can pass it today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mr.
Good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we need to do, because this is an ongoing thing,
Yes.
and we're not going to stop today.
Yeah.
So there's so much we haven't heard and haven't listened to from these exceptional, talented young people.
Yeah.
So we've got to wait until we equip this place. Another thing we're talking about, resources.
Yeah.
So if we
Good.
have
That was the
all
final
the resources
topic here.
then we would be able to fully understand what we've got as a community. So we're going to wait and see what will happen over the next few weeks.
So because you accepted this, I appreciate you all. Okay, let's
And also initiative.
Thank you very much. Big thank you.
Something's coming.
Yep. Something's coming.
My internet is not working.
Something
Can you use my
is
It's called La Kubu.
Huh?
La Kubu.
La kubuku.
La Kubu Kubu.
So as she's searching, hopefully the internet works.
So this song that I'm gonna put is called Kodi Paliet, which means just like the elephants,
Yeah.
because actually people really respect elephants, as elephant has helped them migrate in the past
Yeah.
by pathing the ways through the jungle.
Yeah.
right.
The elephant people.
Yeah, the people of elephants, just like the elephants.
Do you drink elephant milk?
No, elephant's milk.
Stand up.
Oh, sorry. There's not enough space.
You guys are dancing.
Getting the cameras ready for set.
In respect to my community, we don't dance to dance, but I'll do it to start.
You guys are dancing. It should be right. They're only gonna do that.
You gotta break the
women.
Wow!
And then imagine that
Amazing.
with the loud music. I swear.
And you dance. Nobody trained you. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, you even had the whole.
You guys are making him feel like he's professional now.
Now, one question. Are we allowed to be jealous when someone does good?
In a positive way. As long as the jealousy is positive and constructive.
Yes.
Positive jealousy. It's there. It's constructive jealousy.
Yeah. Now, to have a surprise end,
Oh, I didn't
I'm going to conclude it here with only few things. One, we apologize that we are not able to bring the performances as expected. But big thank you also for accepting to take you by surprise and give us this.
It was good.
Seriously, thank you. But also, thank you, Benny, for emceeing these two people who with my convincement wasn't going to work. But after that long list of introduction, how can you say no to that?
I know, right?
Plus to the president, no way.
No, you can't.
But as you said, we please when we can, if we can equip this place and make sure that things are working next time, and then we can even come. Maybe we can even concentrate on performances more than the discussion. We can even invite few audience people who can watch it.
If I may
So,
just suggest,
yep.
we've got a lot of young people who are seeking to know things.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect platform for us to get that information from them.
Yeah.
And also another perfect platform to be able to apply what it is that they want.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that if maybe out of this, you know, that multiculturalism is not just the word; it is doing things together.
Correct.
Right. Coming together and doing things together. So
it's not always easy.
No,
but it's the best.
It's not easy, but you know, if you're one person by yourself, you're already this far. You know, you've already done this.
Yeah.
So if somebody can meet you halfway, it's already 2 times better. But if there is people coming from different places, and we all see the value of this, and like our community is in dire need for this. So like if we can find a way to, you know, put up events, you know, and like fundraise, because also our communities don't know these things are here. That's another thing. So sometimes we put too much pressure on them, but they do not know.
Yeah.
So if we have these events where we come and tell them why they need this place, it's a new thing. They don't know what it is. If we tell them why they need it, what it's for their children, the future as well, and we say like documenting and everything. This is just the beginning. But we need the resources. So if we can maybe after this regroup, come together and see how do we move this movement forward, and it does not just become a dialogue, but it comes from the dialogue and we start to acting into what we say. You know what I mean? I think that will suit this whole genre of arts and multiculturalism. Then arts can assist multiculturalism. Really.
And thank you. When I give this, we go around the second as to conclude. If everyone has a message, and we happen to be lucky that the last person will be present there and can conclude the talk. So I've done my part, and big thank you for your input. We go around the second, then we'll end our discussion tonight. The other end. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for having me alive, being part of this discussion. It was really informative, really interesting. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful for it. As someone who's a bit on the younger side, I only just turned 19, so we're just coming out of it, and it's important to learn these things to grow. Knowledge is power. So I'm grateful I got to be here. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, same. I'm grateful to be here, and even those that are watching or who were watching, say thank you for watching us today. Watching us sitting on your But yeah, definitely I've learned so much. I've heard many things, and like she said, there's a lot of knowledge I think we're taking home today. So thank you to everybody who shared about art and everything. I'm very grateful to be here today.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for being with us today. People that are watching on their phone, tablets, TV, we appreciate you, and tell your friends, share it, and thank you for having us in this beautiful space that will soon be bigger, and thank you for everything.
Now before he concludes, we have received apologies from Kenny, who was going to be with us, but she's away of Queensland now. She's some Addis also was not able to make it. Who knows, maybe next time they can make it and also add to the team as we discussed this.
And thank you Rugamba for having us together.
Big job.
It is a big job.
It's not easy.
Thank you so much. We really want to say thank you for people who took their time to watch our conversation. I want to say thank you for taking your time to come here. I think it's important for us to know that history is made by people who take initiative. So, and the power, it's not somewhere else, it's just within you as individual coming up with some initiative. So this can look simple, but it can be a beginning of big things. So we don't want to underestimate the power and the importance of this conversation. So have faith in yourself and know that great things will not come from outside. So the state from within, two people getting together, believe in yourself, support each other, and then you'll make great things. So I'm here to support you in whatever way I can. Advocacy, whatever is missing, we need to work together, take responsibility, and I believe this is just the beginning of things. We want to take the responsibility for believing in ourselves to achieve great things. Thank you guys. I know he was supposed to end, but we have not introduced Rugamba's song. YouTube, Spotify, I.Rugamba. You won't regret it. I.Rugamba.
What is it again?
I.Rugamba.
Last time?
There's two artists here that we've got our social medias going. So there's me with I.Rugamba. We've got Sonia Praise, and be on the lookout. Like you say, next month. So be on the lookout. We're gonna send an invitation for a hearing party, a listening party for Melania P. Open. So she's going to like, she's great. She's gonna be Australia's next Beyonce / Rihanna or these other voices. And yeah, so be there or be square. This will tell you it is.
I will. That's my job. That's my job.
Sure, but I will tell you.
I will tell you as soon as I know.
She just, he looked confused and confident at the same time.
Yeah. That's what you do. You force it until you make it.
That's it.
Thank you, Mika.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dede.
Well done, good job.
Oh, done?